Welcome at Twende Shule, the program that offer an online teaching in various subjects. So today we continue with our subject, history subject. As I'm always saying, those who ignore history, they condemn themselves not knowing about their future. So if you want to know your future, you must know history. Because if you don't know history, you are likely to repeat the same mistake that was committed by your ancestors. So it's better to know history. Welcome. So today we are going to discuss about the union between Zanzibar and Tanganyika. We proceed with our second topic in Form 4 about nationalism and decolonization processes in Africa, whereby now today we are going to discuss on the union between Zanzibar and Tanganyika. As we have discussed before, the historical background of these two countries, how Zanzibar was dominated by the Arabs, how Zanzibar was dominated by the British, and how Tanganyika was dominated by German, and how Tanganyika was dominated by British. And we have explained in detail how those countries got rid from colonial domination. Therefore, soon after they got rid from colonial domination, they decided to unite together in order to form one country. And this idea of uniting triggered in the mind of Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere and on the mind of the founding father of Zanzibar, Sheikh Abeid Amani Karume, to form a single country called Tanzania. Historically, when most of the African countries got their independence, they started to struggle for the union. If you remember vividly, when I was explaining about what happened in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia in 1963, whereby almost 32 heads of the state, which were independent at that time, they met at Addis Ababa to discuss about the union of Africa, about the formation of the United States of Africa, whereby as Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah had his idea that let us unite now. But Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere said, let us unite slowly. And according to Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere, he said, it's better first to unite between one country and another, then to form regional integration, then later on, after removing all internal difference and internal squabbles, we'll be able to unite as the United States of Africa. So, at the roadmap towards the formation of the United States of Africa, Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere decided to start with your neighbor. And even the Bible says, those who do not love their neighbor are bad than those who do not believe. So Julius Kambarage Nyerere decided to start with his neighbors, Zanzibar, to unite first, to show that he was a man of unification. He was a man who believed that we have to unite together. That's why you may remember, if you are listening his speech, that wakati wakubwa wanaungana kumkabili mnyonge, wanyonge ndo wanaanza kutengana. Huu ni upumbavu. Sasa Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere had an idea of uniting those African states by starting with Zanzibar. Therefore, we can define the union between Zanzibar and Tanganyika as was an incident in which the leaders of these two countries joined together to form one country, which is Tanzania. So after the unification between Zanzibar and Tanganyika, we got Tanzania. And Julius Kambarage Nyerere of Tanganyika and Sheikh Abeid Amani Karume of Zanzibar did this. So this was done on 26th of April 1964, whereby the members or the leaders, here we are speaking about Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere and Sheikh Abeid Amani Karume, agreed to share, among other things, defense, police, state of emergency, and external affairs. So they agreed that let us form a single state, then we share some affairs, including police, defense, state of emergency, and external affairs. This is just a few to mention. Therefore, when you take the word Tanganyika, then Zanzibar, You may see here maybe they took the word Tan, then they came to take the word Zan, then maybe let's say they took the word I, and they took the word A to form Tanzania. Therefore, they united together by signing the unification article. Then up to the date of 26th of April 1964, the new country was formed called Tanzania. And at that time, President Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere, he was the president of Tanganyika before, but from 1964, he became the president of the United Republic of Tanzania. Then Karume remained as the president of Zanzibar. So Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere was the president of the Union government, while Karume was the president of Zanzibar Islands. We can say that at this time, though it was a union government, but they formed two governments. Unlikely in other states whereby when they form a union government, they may form maybe 3 government or 2 government or 1 government. But here they formed 2 government. The government of the United Republic and the government of Zanzibar. So Karume remained as the president of Zanzibar, while Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere was a president of the United Republic of Tanzania. Therefore, let us explore about what were the impetus, what were the factors for the union between Zanzibar and Tanganyika to form Tanzania. As I'm always saying that nothing just happened. Everything that happened must have a reason. Now, what were the factors? What triggered Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere to persuade Karume to form a single country? What triggered Karume to agree that we are in need of forming a single country called Tanzania? The following are the factors for the union between Zanzibar and Tanganyika. First, the role played by Pan-Africanism. The role played by Pan-Africanism. So, as I said before, the word pan means all. Therefore, Pan-Africanism was an ideological movement organized by the people of African origin, which aimed to unite all people of African origin in diaspora, to unite together to have a single voice, to claim for their right wherever they are. So the Pan-Africanism movement, we can say maybe started from USA to those black slaves or Afro-Americans who were tortured, who were humiliated. They were treated as a pariah. They were treated as a leper. They were treated as a subhuman being. That's why cogitized them to form a movement in order to unite all people of African origin to have a single voice against their discrimination, humiliation, and oppression. And the movement was triggered by those philosophers in USA, including William Du Bois, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, and others. So their idea was to unite all people of African origin to struggle for their right. So they met in various conferences like in 1919, 1921.